Okay, welcome everyone to another edition of BA11 TV, Season 2, Episode 5. Today, something slightly different. We're joined by Sam and Georgie. Hi guys, how are you doing?
Hello.
All good, you all right?
Yeah, very good. And the reason you're joining us is because you're taking over the Clubhouse as of, well, recording now tomorrow. Is that the 21st, 22nd?
Correct. I think it's Thursday, so yeah, a mad rush from Thursday to Saturday, and then I think we've got our first ladies game on Sunday, so it's going to be a race against the clock, but yeah, should be all right.
So this will be news. Well, we announced a couple of weeks ago or a week ago that new tenants were coming into the bin. How have you found it so far? Sort of your initial reaction of working with the club, instructions?
Yeah, no, it's been great, to be fair. Like the committee have been very helpful getting things across the line. I've been sort of working with sort of Derek, John, Ivan, Gary mainly. But yeah, haven't had any problems. It's been very helpful. Obviously getting a bit of a handover from the current tenants. It's obviously always a difficult period, but yeah, everyone's been very helpful. And obviously, yeah, me and Georgie obviously at this stage need a bit of help with the mad rush till Saturday. So
yeah, so sorry, Georgie, carry on.
No, I've nothing to say. It's just exciting. That's all we can say, really. Like, keen to get in now and get things started.
So probably many of our fans will recognize your faces from other various locations and events. Do you want to just tell us a little bit more about the other businesses that you operate?
Yeah, I'm not sure anyone will recognise us from it, but I think yeah, definitely not. Yes, yeah, so we're currently at somewhere called the Lodge over in Warminster, which is how we've sort of tried to brand a little bit the Clubhouse and sort of carry that across. So yeah, what it all is a bar and restaurant. However, we've got a bit of a focus on events and that type of thing. So that's where we sort of see our, I wouldn't say our expertise, but our that's where our vision is going forward. I think we've run a couple of events called Lodge Fest over the last couple of years, which have always been quite well received. And I think hopefully that's somewhere that we'd like to focus our attention on the Clubhouse as well, whilst obviously not losing sight of the football side of it, which is obviously the most important part.
So I know from our discussions before that you've got a little bit of a football background yourself. I know our chairman's very excited to sort of say he's managed you in the past.
Yeah, yeah, not probably frustratingly managed me, but yeah, not the best footballer, but I gave it a go for a few years and then decided to play the lowest possible level I can on a Saturday and then get by a few pints afterwards is my preference.
Well, that's all right, because most of us just gave up, played on a Sunday instead. So you didn't go that low.
I think Georgie's probably the best footballer in this conversation.
Yeah, I've got lots of experience. Yeah. No, not quite a football background for me, but still really interested in everything. And I'm always here for a chat, whether it's football related or not. I'm still here, showing my face, sort of thing.
So how's it going to work on a sort of match day? What sort of roles are you both taking on?
So obviously we're looking to fill staff positions at the moment. Obviously we can't lose sight of the fact we do have to work across two sites, and there is obviously there's no importance being lost on our initial venue, and yeah, and it's the same for Georgie as well as me. However, obviously we want to be present as much as possible. Match days, want to be around, want to speak to people, speak to the fans. And but yeah, also introduce a few of the guys that do work at the Lodge in Warminster. They're all very friendly, sociable people that want to get involved. And there's been quite a lot of excitement over at this end from a lot of the staff. That we just had a meeting with a couple of guys, the more senior guys in the business, Alex and Sophie, who are both very, very keen to get on board and get involved with not just match days, but events and things like that, and the whole bar element, the pool, the darts, that sort of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of excitement from us as a whole business, to be fair. It's not just me and Georgie, it's the whole team, which has been fortunate for us to, because it relieves us of a bit of pressure.
So on that, so what sort of changes or updates should our fans be expecting?
I'll let Georgie go into more detail probably, but I think the first thing that we noticed is I think when we went over there for the first time, and I spoke to Derek and stuff, it's the potential that you see in the place, and it's not just obviously the sports the sports sort of lounge bar. It's the venue, and that space is huge, and it's something that we don't have over here, and something that we can't really push over here because we just don't have the space for it. So I think I'll let Georgie go into sort of plans for events and things like that, but we do want to do a bit more live music and a few things like that, as well as obviously private functions and things. And then, yeah, obviously live sport, the sort of bread and butter of a football club. I'll let Georgie go into a bit more about the first initial events that we've got lined up.
So we've booked the Wurzels, which is very exciting, on Saturday, the 1st of October. So that's our first home game for the team on the Saturday. So then in the evening, we've got a band playing, obviously, well, not any band, it's the Wurzels. And we're kind of looking at doing a big event like that each month, whether it's the local band that everyone knows. I know there's a few people that have come to us with recommendations that they want people playing there, which is great. We want to hear that sort of feedback. We need to know what everyone wants, like the community, what sort of people they want seeing at this venue. But also maybe a couple of bigger bands. I know we've got like Frim's great for music, isn't it? We've got the Cheese and Grain and things like that show some great bands and people. So we want to be able to not compete, so we'll not be on the same level, I'm sure. But have some good music playing where people can come in, and they might not come for the football, they might come to support the clubhouse, but they've got a bit of both, the best of both worlds sort of thing. So they can come to the football, and then your guys on a Saturday that do go and watch football, we've got them and they can stay with us for the evening and enjoy some music, and there's that community spirit going on again, and we've got everyone back in the same room. Yeah, making it a friendly place. We're going to be there, we're going to be behind the bar pouring pints, speaking to everyone. We're going to be involved heavily front of house. We won't be like shut behind those doors. So we're always happy for any ideas and things like that. Bands that people want to see, definitely give us a message or have a chat with us, and definitely. We also hopefully going to get some paint on the walls. Nothing crazy, but just put our little touch on it, just like make it nice and inviting. Not that it isn't already, but yeah.
Oh, I think we all know that the clubhouse needs refreshing. I think it's something that you don't have to hide away from.
She said she was going to be polite about that.
No, I say it's only us. It's not really us who's going to be. But no, I think that's one of the things that anyone that spends more than about 10 seconds with me will know, that I believe that the club is more than just about the football that goes on the pitch. I mean, that's the entertainment from the playing side. But for me, it's about the relationships that get formed around the pitch. So the supporters being there together, whether that's helping people that socially isolated, or whether that's just groups of mates that just get together on a Saturday because that's the time they can find to share with each other. And win, lose or draw, don't get me wrong, much prefer it when we win. Everyone does, but you can at least go into the bar and drown your sorrows, or you could do whatever and have a chat about the game. And I think it's great that the players and people still all go back in there after games as well. So it's a great chance to sort of interact with all those sort of people as well. I think you'll be very pleased that I know that our PA, John, has the Wurzels on the playlist that gets played out at the end of the game. Yeah. I think it is. So it's often it's commented on by the away fans many a time, I can assure you. When the combine harvester song rocks out across the stadium. Yeah. So you mentioned there, obviously looking into sort of creating more buzz around the clubhouse beyond the sort of match days. But is there anything that you kind of want to push? Is it still sort of going to be available for weddings and funerals and all those sort of areas as well?
Yeah, I think we're trying to find our sort of, I hate the phrase, but like our identity a little bit. And I think this next week that we've got in terms of touch-ups and sort of paint on the wall and prep is going to teach us a lot about what we can actually sort of achieve at the venue. I think we've got some work in terms of the back end of the premises, in terms of the kitchen, the back rooms, probably some work around obviously the front of the venue like we've just mentioned. So once we've done that, I think we'll be able to find out. But yeah, 100%. We've got a website. I think you've posted on, or it's being posted on the Frim Town website. There's a button on there that just says book our venue, and all it asks is, it's a template email. I looked earlier, I don't think it was working, but I'm going to make sure it's working today. And it just says book our venue, the occasion, party size, that sort of thing. So whatever your event, we will try and make it work the best, like however we can. And like like, you know, the potential for that venue space is brilliant. The amount of people who can get in there, the stage, the lighting system, and then other things like, obviously we've got the World Cup in November, December this year. It's like, again, I've talked about down here, we don't have we're limited. Like we had a good Euros, not England, well, England did, but in terms of down here, in terms of we could use outside, but obviously with the December World Cup, we've got to be thinking about what we can realistically put on inside, and again, we're limited with space down here. So whatever we can do over at Froome to fill that place like it should be for a World Cup, like any football club should be for a World Cup, that sort of community meeting place. Again, whatever the result, you can have a drink afterwards. Yeah, so I think I think we definitely want to push events, push private functions. One thing I will say is, obviously, if people are watching this, have got private functions booked in, is please contact us, because at this moment in time, we're completely unaware of what's been booked in. Obviously, that's not for a lack of trying. We are trying to find out what current events they've got lined up. But as with these things, this is not a dig at anyone. It's just a difficult handover at times.
Gets lost in communication.
It's just, and we've just got we'll try to honour what we can where possible, but we're new tenants into a premises. We need to be realistic about what we can actually achieve and what we can actually fulfill. And unfortunately, obviously, due to end of tenancies, you can promise a lot that potentially can't be delivered in a new tenancy. So we'll try our best on anything that comes our way, is my message to everyone, really.
I'm sure everyone will be understanding of that. That's the nature of life, isn't it? I think it's exciting that you guys are coming in. It's really good to see where you're going to be taking this. I mean, I know myself, I'll be up for the Hamworthy game on that, and I'm very much hoping, being a I was going to say, not a closet Spurs fan, a very open Spurs fan, that I hopefully can watch Tottenham Arsenal in the, or Arsenal Tottenham.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
There you go. There's something for you to argue about the first time we meet.
So that remind them of your pens.
So it'll be the Arsenal Tottenham game, the Froome Hamworthy game, followed by the Worsley.
Yeah.
It's a big opening day. I'm sure many of the people and many of the fans that are listening to this as well will be joining me on that venture. So very much look forward to it.
And it's we've received our skyboxes, and our BT has all been sorted today. So that is, even with the tight turnaround, we've managed to get that in place, ready for opening weekend, which is the main thing. Obviously, I know we haven't got a game this weekend, only the ladies' game on Sunday, so the Sunday game showing as well, which is so anyone that's at the Clubhouse on Sunday, you'll have your football on, which is obviously where we want the Football Cup to be, showing football inside and out. So
absolutely, and I'm sure that'll be very good news, because it's very limited the amount of places you can watch it in the town itself. So
it's an expensive thing to do now, isn't it? Football on the TV. So yeah, if we can offer that and get people out there watching it, then happy days. I'm sure because of the extensive parking we've got on non-match days, it's makes it nice and good, doesn't it? But that just leaves me there to say thank you and welcome again to both of you into the club. I'm sure everyone will come up and welcome you, and hopefully either on the first women's game and on the first men's game come in and say hello. They've got names to faces now, and hopefully that'll be at the start of a really good relationship. Absolutely, definitely. No, I appreciate that. Thank you. And can I just say as well, obviously, I think you mentioned earlier, just we are obviously new to Froome and we are looking for people to work. So if anyone is interested in work, or Saturday work, midweek work, whatever you're looking for, give us a message on our website, and we'll get back to it. We're in conversation with a few people at the moment, so we are getting back to everyone. So if people are looking for work, then we are here. Okay, yeah, well, drop us a line about that as well, and we'll put that up on our website too, just so there's more exposure to that. That'd be great. Well, again, that leaves me. Thank you, Georgie. Thank you, Sam, and we'll see you both very soon.
Lovely to speak to you.
Cheers, Scott. Thank you.